Hello and welcome to a beginner's workout routine for the Bowflex. My name is Eric, I'm a certified personal trainer. This is a Bowflex PR1000, but you can do this routine on any Bowflex that lies flat like this. All of our lifts are going to be from this set of pulleys here, just using the normal Bowflex handles. So you don't need any special gear to follow along, just give me your best effort. Now, today's routine, it is a beginner's routine designed to hit the entire upper body. We've got a total of 21 sets of work, and 21 sets, as a beginner, you might be like, whoa, that's a lot more than I can do. Trust me, you can make it through this thing. We're just gonna be working out together. All you gotta do, follow along with me. There's gonna be previews of the lifts. I'm gonna be coaching you through the whole thing, giving you advice on your form and your breathing and all that stuff. So just stick with me. I know we can do this thing here together. So the way this routine is going to work is there's a clock behind me here. Once we get into the routine, there's going to be 25 seconds of work followed by 25 seconds of rest. And we're just going to keep moving back and forth like that. And this is called interval training. And as a beginner, that's going to feel pretty fast-paced probably. If you're looking for more fast-paced stuff, there's more of that on the channel. If you're also looking for more traditional weightlifting where you count your reps and you write down your weight setting and all that stuff, I have a program on the channel called PR Foundations. I'll have that link below as well. But this routine is an interval routine again for beginners, and I would recommend everybody start here for the Bowflex. You kind of learn all the different lifts you can do on this machine. Keep it quick paced and everything. I really enjoy it. I hope you do as well. So we're gonna have a little 3-minute warm up here coming up. Then we're gonna rack up our resistance. I hope you join me for it. I hope you have a good time, and we'll see you right back. All right, let's get things going here. I'm gonna start out with a little jog in place, but if you'd rather, you can do some high knees or you could do some jumping jacks, whatever you wanna do to get the body warm here. Now, while we're doing this, let me tell you about our lifts we're gonna be doing here today. First up, it's gonna be a seated row. After that, we're gonna move into a bicep curl. From there, we're spinning around and gonna do some chest press. And then from the same position, we'll then move into a shoulder press. After that then, we're gonna start hitting our abs and our obliques with some torso twists. And we're actually gonna hit it 2 times on each side. So we kind of have 4 sets of those. And then finally, we're gonna move to a cable upright row, and that's gonna hit our back and our shoulders together. So we're gonna start winding down this jog in a moment. We're gonna start out with some saucers. And for these, pretend your nose is at the center of a spiral, and you're gonna trace that out. So let's get into that now. So trace that spiral, making bigger and bigger circles. And you should be at full circles here. Now let's go the other direction and slowly bring it in. Okay, nice, loosen up that neck. Okay, arms together, and we're gonna spin side to side, flare out those elbows for some torso twists, loosen up our back. In our midsection here. Nice, okay, so from here we're gonna do some bent arm circles, make a W, and then we're just gonna roll our arms here in one direction, trying to loosen up our back, our shoulders, and our chest kind of all together here. Let's change directions, go the other way now. Nice, okay, from here we're gonna do some arm swings. So we're loosening up our arms and our chest. Then we're gonna pull an arm across our body or above our head. Kind of loosen up our tricep here. Okay, let's switch sides back to the swing, and now let's pull. And we're gonna hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Another quick pull on each side here. 3, 2, 1. And last pull here. Now with these last few seconds, you can do whatever you want. I'm gonna do some finger pulls here, kind of loosen up my forearm and my grip here. And I'm gonna switch it over here. And when this clock hits 0, we're gonna start racking up our resistance. All right, so I've got 3 different resistance settings I'd recommend if you're a total beginner or not comfortable lifting a lot of weight. I would start out with a 30-pound power rod racked up on each side. For somebody more in the middle, maybe go with a a 50-pound power rod on each side, and somebody that's ready to lift heavy, I'd start out with 80 pounds of power rods. If you find you need more resistance from there, I do sell an upgrade kit that adds a lot of resistance to the machine, and I'm gonna be using that here today. So I'm gonna clip on that weight, and this is like adding another 50-pound power rod. So I'm all clipped up, and I am ready to go here. So for our first lift, it's gonna be a seated row here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab these handles, and now I'm gonna slide to the back of the bench. And you can even sit up here if you prefer. I'm gonna just sit right back here with my butt up against the leg extension. And we're gonna start this lift by letting our arms kind of pull in, and you're gonna lean forward just a little bit. So you can see my shoulders are extended towards the machine, and then I'm gonna pull back here. And as I pull back, then my shoulders end up behind me here. So we're gonna just do a nice smooth row here, just like this. So follow along with me now. And we're just working out to this clock here. So you can lean forward just a little bit, and then by the end of your rep, you can be leaning back a little bit even. So you can rock a little bit with this. Now with all of your lifts, you should be exhaling as those power rods bend. Okay, so we're on our rest interval here, and we're gonna do the same lift 2 times in a row. Now we're gonna progress through this routine, doing all 7 lifts 2 times each, and then we're gonna have a little break, and then we're gonna run it all back in consecutive right at the end. So anyways, we got one more set of this here. So let's get in position. Again, we can lean forward here, and then pull back and row. So you should get a nice squeeze in your back as you do this here. And by leaning forward a bit, you're really getting to stretch your lats a little bit more here. So your back is not static here. You're kind of moving around a little bit there. Okay. So that was our seated row. That's our first exercise. Now we're moving into a bicep curl. So for a bicep curl, we're now just gonna face the machine here, and I'm gonna have my palms open, and it's real simple. All you gotta do, lift this weight up towards our shoulders, and then slowly lower it. Now, unlike the row, we're not gonna be rocking around. This, you really wanna have your back nice and straight for this whole repetition. So we're gonna, again, curl up, and then slowly lower that weight. All right, let's go team here. Now let's curl it up. And nice slow reps here. Now as you do this, I'm sure you could go a lot faster than what I'm doing. That's not what weightlifting is about. You really want to control the weight through the whole range of motion. Okay, nice. So back to that 25 seconds of rest here. Use this time. You can kind of continue, shaking it out or continue stretching. That's totally fine. Do what feels good to you here during this rest interval. That's your time. And now when this clock is at about 5 seconds, you need to be in position, ready to go. So you can curl it back up and slowly lower. One of the things I see lifters do wrong initially, or beginners, is they really just try to go quickly. And that's not the goal here. It's to control the weight through the whole range of motion. All right, nice. So from here, now we're just gonna spin around and we're gonna go into a chest press. And for chest press, we're gonna be seated on the bench here. And then I'm gonna take these handles, and I'm basically gonna bring them up to about my chest height. Now, in the beginner or the manual that comes with the machine, it normally has the bench at an angle position. I don't like that lift, at least with these handles and the stock resistance. But anyway, so we're gonna be sitting up nice and tall, chest kind of out, and then we're gonna be pressing this weight out in front of us here. So as you press, that's when you exhale, and again, you're controlling that weight through the whole range of motion. Exhale and slowly lower. Okay. So as I was saying, the beginner, or the manual that comes with your machine probably has your bench at this angled position, and then you do a chest press like that. Unfortunately, I've kind of found it doesn't really work with the handle length and the resistance and stuff. I talk about that more in other videos, but let's just stick with it here. Normal chest press. Here we go, press it out and slowly lower. Again, you should be exhaling as you press out. You might need to straddle the seat a little bit if you're getting pulled back towards the tower. Okay. And that's it. So shoulder press is going to be up next. We're going to stay in this exact same position here. Now I'm going to have the handles kind of over my hands here. Hope that makes sense. So I've got I guess my fist is above the handle. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to press this weight straight up towards the ceiling here. Now you don't want to lean forward too much if you can avoid it, though it is kind of tough with, you know, the resistance is pulling you backwards. So try to sit up nice and tall and try to go as vertical as possible here. So here we go. Press it up and slowly lower. Now you should only bring the handles down to your shoulder height and then just extend them right back up again. Okay, so that's shoulder press. We got one more set of that. And we are just rolling through this routine here. This is going to be our 8th set here, so we're almost a third of the way done. So let's go ahead and get back in position here. Sit up nice and tall. You can even lean back just a little bit and then raise this weight up. Exhaling as you lift it up. Five more seconds, you got this. Okay, nice. So we're moving into a torso twist here. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna basically slide to my machine. So I'm at an angle here, and I'm gonna put my inner foot kind of up against the foot of the machine. You may or may not need that leverage depending on the resistance you have. So my outer arm, I'm gonna try to keep it straight here, and I'm gonna have both hands gripping this handle, and then I'm gonna be twisting this weight across my body. Now as I do this, I like to look at the handle the whole time on the twist and just follow it with my eyes here. And you should really be engaging your midsection here, and you shouldn't really be lifting with your arms or your shoulders. Try to do all of that twist with your core muscles. Okay, nice. So shorter rest interval here. We're just going to spin around and do the exact same lift on the other side. So again, you want your outer arm extended all of the way here, and then twist it. You should also try to keep your hands below your chest and your shoulders. Try to keep it maybe a little bit higher than belly button height here. There we go. Okay, another short rest interval, because we're just going back to the other side here. So back in position here, trace that handle, watch it the whole spin. And if you're looking for a little bit more challenge, try to hold it in this fully extended position for a second and then slowly retract. All right, one more torso twist. Okay, outer arm all the way extended, and watch that weight twist. Almost done. Okay, moving into our cross upright row here. So for this, we're gonna be facing the machine just like we were for the bicep curl. And this is gonna be our last lift before we have an extended break. So if you're a little winded, stick with me here. We're almost to our break time. So from here, I'm gonna grab the opposite handle with the opposite arm here. And so I'm gonna then raise up these handles here, and they're both gonna end up around my shoulders. You're gonna see my elbows are gonna pop way up, and they're just gonna kind of come up like this here. So let's raise these handles up. Elbows are gonna pop out wide and slowly lower them. So at full extension, my fists are kind of pointing right at each other. And we're gonna lower it back down. All right, 25 seconds of rest here. And then we're gonna go into our extended break after this. Couple deep breaths, team. Just stick with me, we can do this thing. All right, get back in position. Ready to go here. Flare those elbows out wide, raise it up. You just got 10 more seconds. All right, you got this. Okay, nice work. So we've got a full minute of rest here. You can towel off, maybe grab a drink of water. Don't go far though. I don't want you quitting now. You are in the home stretch here. So we're basically gonna run back those same exercises for one final circuit here. So we got 7 lifts left to go. Now, while we got a little bit more time, let me tell you, this routine is part of a program I'm releasing on the channel, and it's just Bowflex for beginners. And so if you're ever, not sure what routine you should be doing that day, how frequently you should be working out on your machine, are you sore in a particular body part, all that stuff is taken care of with that program. So make sure you check that out if you're interested in it. All the routines are hosted for free here on YouTube. The program gives you more structure. And if you're looking for a goal, maybe that would be a great goal to set, is I want to finish that program, because everybody can be like, hey, I want to get in better shape. Not sure how you're going to do it. Check out the program, that'll help you out. Okay, let's get in position here for our seated row. Again, we're going to get a nice stretch here and then row back and lean back. And just nice smooth rows here. You remember how this works. Just 5 more seconds. Okay, so with this circuit here, everything is just one of each. So we're gonna go into a bicep curl in about 15 seconds. So bicep curl again, remember you're not moving your back and everything around here. You're just gonna keep a nice flat, straight back here. And we're gonna curl that weight. Isolate your arms as you do this. So try to keep your elbows in a locked position as you curl this weight up and slowly lower. Again, you should be exhaling as those rods are bending. Let's keep it going. Nice. Chest press up next here, spin it around. And again, you're going to be seated at the end of the bench here. You might need to straddle the bench with your feet. Handles are going to be kind of at your armpit here. We're going to get ready to press this weight out in front of us. In 3, 2, 1. Exhale as that weight is pressed out in front of you, and try to retract it nice and slow. Okay, team, we are so close to finishing. We got another tough one coming up, and that's gonna be that shoulder press. Exact same position, except we're gonna have our hands underneath these handles here. Starting position is gonna be at our shoulders, and then we're gonna extend it as vertical as possible, and then keep repeating. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's press it up. I know this is getting tough. You are so close though, 10 seconds. All right, torso twistos coming up. Again, for these, we're gonna slide down. I'm gonna have basically one foot up against the leg extension, the other foot at my Bowflex. I'm gonna grab this handle with both hands. Outer arm is gonna be stretched. And then as I twist, I'm gonna be watching this handle with my eyes and focus on that twist in my core. Trying to not engage your arms at all. You know, your arms are just kind of poles there holding onto the weight, and you're twisting with your midsection. Let's go, spin around. In position here, you got 10 seconds. Again, sit up nice and tall. Outer arm extended. And twist with your midsection as you trace the handle with your eyes. For more difficulty, stay in that fully extended position, hold it for a sec, and then slowly release. Okay, final set, let's go. We're gonna be doing that standing cross row here. So again, we're crossing our hands over in front of us, and we're gonna be flaring those elbows out wide here. For our final set of the day, here we go. Raise it up and lower. Again, your fists should be pointing at each other at the end of the repetition. All right, awesome job on finishes in this thing. I knew you could do it. Don't forget to remove your power rods from tension when you're done with your workout. If you don't do that, your power rods are they're gonna go limp and not put out as much resistance as they once did before. I've also got this Velcro strap here that I'm gonna be wrapping mine up, keeping them nice and tight, though you can use a bungee cord or whatever you want to wrap them up. So thank you again for joining me. I also wanna give a big thank you to supporters of the channel. I've got a membership program. You can check that out if you're interested in it. These people help support directly, and they get access to all of my workout programs, and I have a workout journal, all sorts of great stuff. get your name in the credits as well. So if that's interesting to you, check that out as well. So either way, thank you for joining me for this routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. And as always, I want you to be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.